Welcome. Good day, everyone. How are you doing today? I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad that you're here. Yeah, so welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm really blessed, and I'm here to give you very important content and updates on important areas of life. Yeah, so stay tuned. Just watch to the end. This video is especially for those that apply for the Women Testers Fellowship class of 2025. First of all, I want to say I'm so sorry for not being able to show up as I should. I had a lot going on, believe you me. I had a lot going on, and I wasn't able to show up as I should. But I'm here for you. So I've been getting mails. What do we do on the next stage? What do we do on the next step? So the Women Testers Fellowship class of 2025, started their registration January, ended I think 5th day of February because they had to extend their registration because of some people that were still sending in mails, and had their second stage of selection. That's the examination you took about 2 weeks ago, and this a mail was sent out today for the interview stage. Don't ask me how do I know, because there are a lot of people that that knew about the fellowship through me, and they applied and they've been like, what do we do, what do we do, what do we do? So this video is for all of you and for any other person that will be needing this. And just in case you're watching this video and you didn't apply for the Women Testers Fellowship class of 2025, I want to reassure you that there are many other cohorts out there. You should just stay on the look. Women's Sisters Fellowship does not only organize fellowships, they also have boot camps that they dish out, values. So I started I started women Techsters as a boot camper. So I did my boot camp 2023 August. Yeah, that was my official first time of being in a tech space, like being in a space where they learn tech. Yeah, that was the official first time. After that, my fellowship started August 2023, and I graduated last year, 2024. So, but in between, I didn't just keep quiet. I have a mentor who is always on my neck. What are you doing? Like, what have you? Shout out to Dr. Betty Okori. So, during the fellowship, I was consistently taking courses. I started and finished my Google Data Analytics while in the fellowship. I started essential data analytics by IBM and finished it. I've done many others, especially I've also done some courses that are related, that are bridging the gap between my domain industry, which is health, to and just giving me that bridge of that line of connection between my domain industry and tech. That's what I'm doing currently, which is data science and AI. Now, this video is a general video for those that applied for the Women Testers Fellowship class of 2025. So congratulations once more for getting to this stage of the process, because I made a promise that I'm gonna make a video. So this video is especially for you. You're welcome. I just want to relax, just calm down. You've gotten to this stage. Yeah, God willing, you get in. You know what it feels like. I know that once you reach out to me, I'm like, hey, this is. Let me not let the cat out of the bag. I know that with time, you're going to still get used to every single thing that will be happening in there. But let's discuss on how you're going to get in there. This is why I'm here. Now, the Women Testers Fellowship third stage is the interview stage. Now, this interview stage, you just have to have put one or two things into consideration. First of all, you have to show up on time. If they give you 10 a.m., please let 10 a.m. be 10 a.m. If possible, come 5 to 10 minutes before the time. Yeah, coming 5 to 10 minutes before the time will help you get your breath, catch your breath and be able to have a composure while you are, because whether you like it or not, sometimes interviews also help to assess your level of confidence. Yes, because at some time you show your face. Yeah, they will see your face. I think during our time it was a Zoom call was it a Zoom call? Yes, we hadn't been onboarded into the teams, so I think we used Zoom, yeah. Now, this Women Testers Fellowship interview, there are some things you just have to take note of. First of all, you have to make sure wherever you're using is well lighted. Yeah, well lighted. Even if you're not using artificial lighting, just find a place that will allow them see your face. Yes, because they will want to know who they are giving this opportunity. They will want to know if you're male. So at some point they would like to see your face. Yeah, obviously the fellowship is for females. Now, I said good lightning. I also want to hammer on the importance of reducing the background noise to to the barest minimum. Like, if it's not something you could avoid, you could just try to reduce it. Yes, you could tell the people around you. During my own time, I just carried my properties and went to a space where I'll just be I'll just be there, have the free time of having my interview without any interruptions. So you can do that, but if you don't have a place where you can stay, I think the best thing for you to do is to tell the people around you, please, I have an interview from so time to so time. I crave your indulgence. If you would keep quiet, or if you would maintain some decorum, I would love it. Now, I'm sure they will cooperate with you. Yes, I'm sure they will cooperate with you. The next thing you have to note that this particular interview, just take it as serious as your application. Yeah, take this from someone who had applied for the Mentors fellowship. Why is it so? That this is the physical. Like, probably in the written phases, in the exam phases, they may have assumed that some people might have used AI to write, and they just crossed, they just passed, they just went in. Yeah. So this phase is the phase where you come face to face with your interviewers, face to face with the board members, or the people they will contract to help them. Most times they are the people that have gone, like, they have done this fellowship and are way before us. Maybe the pioneer set, I think 2022 set or thereabouts, or people in their team, they know what they want. So make sure that you come on time, and then if possible, test the link before the time. It's very important. So they will usually send you that link before your interview. So try to check if the link is working. Try to check if your system or your phone is compatible with the link, so that you don't make a mistake. It almost happened to me. If not that, that's why mentorship is important. My mentor told me, you have to take this system, use it, log in, make sure it's working. And thank God I did, because eventually what I used to do my interview, I think it was my phone, because my system was not opening the link as at then. But I thank God I got in and I'm done. So why I'm telling you that you should calm yourself down, log in before the time, is because sometimes you may have written well during the written stages, you may have passed your exams, but when they see your level of confidence, or when they see, they're like, or when they see some of the things that may transpire during the interview, they will be like, okay, that many people apply for some tracks more than others. Yeah, something like data science, product design, product management. I don't know if they're doing product management in this particular cohort. They usually have very high admissions, like very high applications. So if you're applying to some of these cohorts, you just have to make sure that every single stage of your process is top notch, because they may they may not want to take you out completely. In as much as they take some people out completely, I know some people that sadly were taken out completely out of the process, even at first stage. So it happens. But sometimes they may not want to take you out completely, but they may push you to a track that you may not like. Yeah, you may not like it. That's why you have to make sure that every stage of your application process is top notch. that's why I'm making this video. I'm bringing out my time to make this video to tell you to take it serious. Yeah, take it as serious as I took the first stage and the second stage. Now, what are the questions that you should expect for the Women Testers Fellowship interview stage? So they can ask you something like, why did you choose Women Testers Fellowship? Of all the fellowships, of all the scholarships, of all the cohorts, of all the platforms available for learning tech, why Women Testers Fellowship? So it's left for you to know your reasons. You can say something like, you just want a community where you belong to. Yeah, there are just females, female to female, female helping female, where if you don't understand, your female can help you to understand. You can also say this a cohort where I know and I believe that I will learn every single thing I've learned, or every single thing I need to learn, and free of charge. You know that there are many cohorts, or there are many fellowships that do this kind of thing, but most of the time they are not free. So you can just bring this into light. And then they can ask you, why do you choose your track? So in all this, find a way of connecting your track to a higher achievement, like to a higher let's say a higher purpose, a higher achievement. Like, let it not only be a personal achievement, let it not only be a personal goal, but you can connect it to things like helping the nation. You can find the SDG that it connects to and say, I believe that applying for this will improve me, and I will improve, it will help me to improve number 7 SDG, which is this, that. It will also help me in my domain field. Sometimes, like mine, in my own time, I kept telling them how I'm not so happy about how we use data in the healthcare industry, and it gives me ache. And actually gives me ache. So I tell them how giving me data science will help me to be a better person when it comes to managing patients' data in the hospital, and in the long run it will help to reduce death rates, it will help to improve healthcare in Africa, it will help to improve healthcare in Nigeria, and it will help to increase the lifespan of the members of the general public. So what I'm trying to say is that whatever you're saying, don't only look at yourself, and let it also be your value. Let the things you do not just be for yourself, but for the general public, because I believe you get more opportunities with that. Now the next question, because some of these questions were gathered from, because I was not the only one in my circle that did this fellowship. There are some other of my friends, so I'm just gathering some of the experience we had then, and then putting up this video just for you. So they can ask you if you have a system. I don't think you should lie about it, but if you have a system, I think you should get your system to the call. During the call, you can say, this is my system, and it's here with me. So that's it. They can ask you, during my time, they asked me in a system like Nigeria, where we don't have constant light, and this fellowship is expected to run for 4 hours daily, or even more than that, how do you intend to cope? I had to look for something to tell them. So, but thankfully, I was staying in the school environment then. So when most times in school environments, in university, they usually give us light, but when there are no lights, they put on gen. Though as at that time, our gen spoiled, or we were having average light. And then I was opportune to be in an office where they put on lights some time of the day. So I told them, if there's where I stay, there's usually lights between this and this time, so I'll just charge up my things and get ready for the class the next day. So you just have to bring yourself together, compose your so compose yourself, comport yourself, boost up your confidence. Just tell yourself, I can do this, and actually you can do it. Now the next thing they'll ask you is data. They will tell you that this process is data consuming, and they're not planning to, as at when I did, they didn't give any aids or any help of any sort or data allowance, they will ask you, how do you intend to work with us with this data? How do you intend to subscribe? Because whether you like it or not, is a data sucking intensive program that you need to get yourself prepared financially. Yeah, so you can start now to save up. You can tell them, I've already started saving, and I know that data will not be a problem to me. You can tell them, I have parents who are willing to support, I have siblings who love innovations and who love me improving, and they're willing to support. So yeah, then I think the last but not the least is the general question of, will you drop out from this fellowship? Will you stay true to the end? What is your commitment like? What are the things that you're doing at the time that will not allow you time to do the fellowship? How do you plan and intend to juggle the things you're doing so that you'll be able to meet up with every single thing that will be done? So I'll leave that to your discretion. You know what you're doing at the time, and you know how you're going to bring yourself or put yourself together to be able to stay true from the beginning of this fellowship to the end. So with this, we've come to the end of this video. But I want to beg you, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Send this video to those that will need it. Yes, send it to everyone that you think that will need it. And begin now to start making plans for every single thing that we've listed here. Yeah, for every single thing that we've listed here. So start making plans, appropriate plans. Start preparing your mind. God's grace, I wish you the best. Just feel free to reach out to me. I always get it in my mail, and I will do the needful. Thank you so much for joining once again. Stay tuned for more videos. Maybe not really about the Techster Fellowship because it's about to come to an end, but on things that are, tech related, health related, and you have your best. Thank you.